On the last episode of DanganRonpa 2, Goodbye Despair.
Don't vote. No, not my nigga. No, 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 no! They killed Nagito. They killed Nagito.
You were crazy, Nagito, but you didn't deserve this.
Today's case?
Cause of death.
Alright guys, and it was Nagito, god damn it. So what's going on? We are back with more DanganRonpa 2. Found out that, I mean, it probably was an accident, you know what I mean? But like I said, as soon as I found out I could pick a person who was dead, I was like, yo, we're gonna get to do this. And I was right. So let's proceed.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Arf?
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Oh no, don't tell me you're trying to tell me that he killed himself. No way.
Are you saying this was a suicide?
Oh no.
Don't be stupid.
Oh no.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
Oh no.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
Oh.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Now maybe he asked somebody to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. As long as you understand.
Yeah. He was not sure. Oh, almost dropped my headphones.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking that sometimes. So, let's see if the spirit of Gomir. Oh no. Oh no! The spirit of Gomir is not here. Oh shit. Alright, let's look at some things. Hold on, let's hear him out first. Whoa, there's a lot of noise on that stage.
Legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
There was a lot of noise on that first statement. You seen that? I feel like we gotta get there.
You were by yourself.
Well,
How about
there's
if you
3
use
of them right
your
there. No.
Or if you use your front tail.
What?
Dirty joke!
Take off.
Dirty joke!
That's weird. But you know what I think it is? Hold on now. Let's look at our bullets. So actually, the rope that was tied to Nagito's right arm burned off. However, Nagito's right sleeve still looks clean. Oh, this has gotta be it.
Tie up your own arms and legs. No,
Let's get it. I remember when they said his other arm was you know.
Premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
I remember them saying something about his arms. Well, his other arm, like, being, you know, his sleeve not being damaged.
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
To prove that the burnt rope on Nagito's right arm is bad.
I see!
Take a close look at his right sleeve.
I Like, on that same true bullet, they were telling you. Like, on his right sleeve.
Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Friday night yet?
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay first.
Wow.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Wow.
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back? What the hell?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
I ain't never give you on the damn money. Way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand? It's okay, there's definitely an answer for this. The Spirit Lumiere. Nah, I don't know. Hold on, what? What is it?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
Oh, the blood on girder. This
Throw
is
the
the first
knife
thing
into
to
the
show.
air and let the knife fall.
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with...
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped
think
it
that's what
onto
it is.
what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
It wouldn't
If
be
he
the
threw the
mom.
knife into the air
Lushy.
and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand
Oh
that
my
way?
god. Is it the Monokuma plushie?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Because remember the Monokuma
Maybe
plushie?
he propped the knife somehow?
Yeah,
I agree with
it made so much sense as soon as I thought about that. I was like, oh my god.
The life-sized Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. Also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he He no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward Point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
Get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. Beer. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
But it looked like it was the first thing.
If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
But see, look, dude, is this a suicide for real? Because if so, I'm gonna have to take back everything I said about Sonya. Sonya was looking sus though. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck, but it's crazy because, you know, Nagito had read that, you know, remember the last case? Well, not the last case. It wasn't the last case. The fourth case. The fourth case was a suicide. It was ruled as a suicide. He knew that. But damn, do I think he did it in spite of that? I don't know.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There's a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I know I had to screenshot that.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
That man want her to say it again.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Getting tricky on a Friday night yet.
Say it one more time.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
They need to record it for research reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
That man, bruh. Bruh, he literally told the words out of my mouth. Say it one more time.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
Okay.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
But there was like blood on the little weight handle thingy, so like how did that happen?
So you're saying it's impossible?
I don't know about that.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with...
Chiaki doesn't.
One of us could kill someone with such cruelty. I could never believe that.
Chiaki doesn't think it's a suicide.
Say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shout. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone.
Whoa.
If you even think about doing anything,
Whoa.
I'm of my own.
Wait a minute, she's not lying. Fine. It's against the rules to interfere.
Monami's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far, so this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
Oh.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Yeah, that's what we thought too.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult,
But I didn't
never
say
said
impossible.
impossible.
Oh shit, it's a fucking suicide. If Chiaki is thinking this hard and coming up heavy like this, it's a suicide. Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have
Because the weight had like blood on it.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how. We made it this far.
She's right.
Now.
See, she's not Kyoko, who has all the answers on her own. She's completely the opposite.
Everyone.
She's a team player.
Together.
she's right. She's a team player, and I really like that about Chiaki. And even now.
Let's do this.
Blood on the left hand? Did we use blood on the left hand yet? I don't think we have.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
That was very touching.
When the
Chiaki.
spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. Dude, I'm glad my statement didn't reach Sonya. But I was like, wait a minute.
Possibility that he used his left
I
hand.
was like, wait a goddamn minute. Look, I sussed out blood on the left hand immediately.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange?
Mm-hmm.
He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
Right.
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain.
Shit on the back of his fingers.
Look, there's blood on the back of his hand. Around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Something. Hiding. That hand was exposed.
I see!
It was holding him weight.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
This bitch.
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right. That's the
Hey,
problem.
Chiaki, what do you think?
Look at him actually calling on her. Like this is Makoto and Kyoko all over again.
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
I don't know what she means by that, but okay.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
It was the cord. Because remember, there was a part where it had no blood on it. Where is it? 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 For some reason, only the section where the cord and weight touch is bloody. See, that little section right over there. So I'm gonna say cord, obviously.
I see!
Obviously.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extended from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
Oh Lord, are they gonna do the you know what I'm talking about.
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
What?
That's a long plan name.
I know, right?
One step at a time. What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Now this is probably blood on the girder. It was probably blood on the girder. That's what I think. Nagito was facing up, the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be? Instead of the spear, and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. I put those two together and think about it. You should be able to figure out. Please don't let me hang my hand. Where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Logic dive. Oh god. Yes! 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 I would do logic dive any day of the week before fucking Hangman's Gambit. This Hangman's Gambit in this game is straight trash. Straight trash. I hate it. I could have sworn I was like just a little bit over to avoid that. Guess not. Alright, where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito? Above? Above? Cause I'm thinking, remember we saw blood on the girders? I think that was made from that. Yes, sir! Let's get it. What is that? Alright, y'all. Okay. Like, what? How do you even avoid it? Oh my god, what is this? Oh, bruh. Yeah, well, I know I'm losing a lot of health on this joint. Ooh! Oh my goodness. First time logic dive has actually been a pain for me. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? A ceiling girder? Obviously, but I don't think that's right. Okay, never mind. And this is why I wanted, like I said about blood on the girder. I thought they were going to ask me a question and I was going to be able to use blood on the girder. But apparently they're like, yo, you're just going to do logic dive with it. Blood on the girder, though. Alright, last one. Let's get it. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? Oh my god, the rope on Nagito's hand? Oh my god, that'll be stupid! I might be wrong here on this one. But never mind. Yes!
It's all coming together.
I thought I was wrong on that last one though. But damn, that little triangles?
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Dude, if Nagito really killed himself, that's gonna be crazy. And you know what's the crazy part? Like, and I know it's that song, she was just looking sus to me. But remember he was saying how he might punish Monami if it was a suicide. I think he said that. Monami's looking real determined. It's probably gonna be the time he actually does something to her.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
Alright, so we have to use blood on the girder at some point.
If Nagito did that
Someone's not gonna believe it.
Did he have some sort of ESP?
Oh,
That'd be awesome, but he'd probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
right.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
Right.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling.
So when am I going to be able to use blood on the girder? Or maybe I can't now.
So, using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
Right.
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have been Nagito until the very end.
That's crazy.
Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake.
Like Byakuya. Oh my goodness.
By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer.
We all gonna die.
His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Damn. And I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. Come on, Chiaki, say something. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's dead. That's the form his malice took. I've forgotten all about it until now. If he was here right here now, he'd probably be sneering.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario that would have killed him.
Yeah, and he sure was like, well, you know where to find me. You know what I mean? He definitely was saying, you know where to find me, I'm in the lobby.
He tried to make us doubt each other. And tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Chiaki, where you at?
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be
all done by him.
That should be okay, right? Right?
Chiaki, where you at?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense.
Damn, for a Kanye to say this? Wow.
It's probably just my imagination.
Come on, girl. Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is?
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting?
There's no way we're doing this
What do
early.
you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
No, it wasn't wrong the last time.
You're right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
No, Akane. Come on, Chiaki, please say something.
Then it's okay to...
Hell no! Chiaki!
means we're done with this last class.
Chiaki!
Right?
Say something!
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the kill?
Chiaki, please hit one of them holdits, please!
Understood! Then
No,
voting to...
Chiaki, please!
Hold on a sec.
Hajime?
Hold on. Why?
Hajime?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
Kinda.
That's true, but...
The
Right.
mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No
Oh.
matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something even he couldn't have messed with. I mean, these have never been used, right? Never. Just for shits and giggles.
I see!
Are you kidding?
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Oh my god, that is the first time the Monokuma files have been used as a damn clue. But you know what's weird though? Now that I'm thinking about it, Chiaki said, no, not Chiaki, who the fuck said it? Somebody was saying that the Monokuma file was weird, and I want to think it was Chiaki who said it. Oh my god, I think it was Chiaki.
Yeah, that's it.
She was the one who said it. The Monokuma file was weird.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito Kameda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is, what is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Oh god. Time of death? Cause of death! Oh my god, cause of death. Cause of death. Cause of death, dude. Yo, there's no way I'm gonna avoid it being injured here. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. I'm not even gonna try. You know what I mean? Look at this. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna try. You can't. You can't. You see this shit? You see how ridiculous this shit is? Like, this is the worst shit ever. Listen to that. There's no way I'm getting a fucking A or anything of note this time. Like, look how much shit is on the damn screen. Like, it's retarded. Where's the T? Where's it? God damn it. Get me out of here. Shit, I hate this shit. I hate it. It's the worst part of the game. It's the worst part of the game.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and end it right here. Chiaki said that shit was strange, and I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. Would it be the Monokuma file? Because I remember her saying it was strange. I was like, yeah, let's go with that. Just for shits and giggles. That was the second time the shits and giggles worked. So, yeah, we're going to end it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But until then, I'll catch you guys later for more DanganRonpa talk about this spare. And, yeah. Hopefully we're getting closer to the truth. So, catch you guys later.